So those parts of Wolverine that I've scratched at and never fully been able to unleash.
So Deadpool and Wolverine is on its press tour, and I just put together some of the best.
I want to say something.
Oh, okay, Hugh. Go ahead.
I swear to you, when I said I was done, I really thought I was done. But in the back of my head, ever since I saw Deadpool 1, I was like, those two characters together, I knew it. I knew the fans wanted it. Ever since I'd put on the claws, people talked about these two. So that had always been there. These guys and the other writers wrote for Wolverine. You didn't see, but there's one monologue I get which has more countable words than I've used in an entire movie playing Wolverine. And there are parts of the character that I'd pitched in different versions and tried to get across, and I can't tell you what it is, but it was something that I've been scratching at, and these guys hit it. And it was so thrilling. I don't know, something about maybe being at my age at this time of my life and with friends and playing the character and having such joy, and I feel so invigorated playing him again. And I think fans are going to see a whole different side, which I'm really, really excited about. But these guys wrote so generously and with incredible detail.
And this movie specifically gave us a really great opportunity to do something that departs a bit from Wolverine, the Wolverine we know, but still allows us to give many of those aspects of this character and his haunted nature. It's a lot of light as well, so it's kind of ticks two boxes.
We were clear from the get-go. We said, well, if the three of us are going to do this, we got to be truthful to the tone of a Deadpool movie.
Yeah.
And that means we're not softening the edges, and we're going to be audacious and funny and edgy the way I know I, as a fan, want from Logan and from Wade Wilson. And so if you're going to put them together, and I have to say, every time Ryan and Hugh and I went in expecting pushback, we got support. We had incredible freedom. I kind of kept waiting for the lines to be drawn, and they never were. So we really, we drew our own lines, and if it made sense for story, we were empowered to do it.
And I remember he sent us a 10-minute voice memo.
It was more like 17 minutes.
Which is a terrifying thing to get from anyone. You're like, 17 minutes?
We connected Hugh's voice memo to the Bluetooth speakers in the gym. And it was Hugh scratching at, I'm happy with the script, but is there more?
But also taking all this experience he has, not just playing Wolverine, but as an actor, as a guy who's fronted movies in every genre you can think of. And whenever you write a movie like this, I think the important thing is to not write a comedy, is to write a great movie and then work on the comedy after.
Logan is very sacred. I mean, we all revere that film and Hugh's performance. So finding the how was really interesting. But once we locked into that, in large part to Hugh and his sort of thought process around the role and the character, it was just so much fun.
So we were really just trying to structure a narrative that felt emotional and anchored and real. And he was scratching at something that was at first a little opaque, and then suddenly came into view.
In
and
like
then
minute 12, minute 13, minute 14.
Triggered epiphany after epiphany after epiphany. So he really, so you do have a huge hand in writing the movie as well. Because of that, I think it unlocked this incredible, one of my favorite parts of the film, and your character in the film is from that voice memo.
At some point I say, I am repeating myself and I'm going around.
At one point you said, if you guys are still listening to this.
That's right. There's going to be a lot of happiness. But the thing I want to impress on the fans the most is, from the moment I read the script that Ryan and Shawn wrote, there was a love of Wolverine, like a taking care of Wolverine, and also a desire to give runway to the character that we'd never had before, to express parts of him that we'd never been able to do before. And something about this dynamic of these two characters, you fans will see a different side, and I know from what they've told me that they're going to be like, yes. These guys as writers, producers, have taken care of not just Wolverine, but every single character as if it's their own children. And that's how I felt. I was like, I've never felt such care for a character I've played for 25 years and known for 25. I've never felt such care. And some of the scenes and the dialogue, I was like, this is such a gift. But it was not, I witnessed it not just with me, with every single character that appears in this movie. It's as if you're writing for your own children. That's how it felt to me.
If audiences feel 1 ounce of what I felt every day, which is, it's Wolverine and Deadpool, it's these guys as their most legendary, iconic characters at the top of their game, and together, it's just audience delight. I felt it every day at work. This is both of their movies, and we need to satisfyingly tell both of these characters' arcs and how they grow because of this adventure they went on together.
I remember
Across on screen.
the first day that Hugh and I were in a scene together in the movie, and we had to sort of walk down this kind of road together, and we were standing side by side. I remember a bunch of, I've never had this in my life, a bunch of crew members came up, and one said that was the best day of my life.
I mean,
So you realize how much seeing those two guys together, seeing ketchup and mustard together up on the big screen means to people, and it's something we don't take lightly at all, you know. So we're very careful when we're talking about, in the movie, certainly when we're talking about legacy of Wolverine. I mean, we shit all over Deadpool's legacy. It's fine. We're very careful with that one and how it relates to these characters.
I could see those two characters together. I was watching the movie, all I kept thinking about was 48 Hours, The Odd Couple, Planes, Trains, Automobiles. I could see how these two characters would work. And then I can tell you the date, August 14th. I was doing theatre, August 14th, 2022, and I was driving, and it came to me like that I wanted to do it again, that I wanted to do it with Ryan playing Deadpool, and I wanted these two characters together. And I knew that Shawn and Ryan were about to shoot, or somewhere on the process. And
Not even close.
I pulled up, I thought they were about to shoot, so I pulled over the side of the road and I rang Ryan and I said, Ryan, I want to do this. Please tell me you'll do this. Please tell me. I really want to do it. I'm glad, because there's a lot of things, fans are going to be very happy. And I've spoken with fans around the world for 24 years. So I feel I have a connection, and I always love talking to them, and they're very honest, have always been honest, and I've heard not great things about what I've done. I've heard good things. There's going to be a lot of happiness. But
As Ryan said, we come to this with the same reverence and love of these characters as all of us have. So that was the North Star. What feels honest for Wade, what feels honest for Logan, but really the unlocking of this movie is the magic thing that happens when you combine not only these two characters, but these two actors. And that led to a movie that has a lot of heart and a lot of emotion. But with Wolverine, I would say this. It's more that Wade and Deadpool, he's a fan of Logan's. He's a fan of the Wolverine. And so I'd say, other than the fact that they drive each other crazy, or more to the point, he drives him crazy, off screen and on, there's a reverence, there's a fanboy love.
I'd said no to it, I'd let it go. I thought I'd come to peace with it, but when you come back because you desperately want to, and particularly in this form, in this way, I relished every single day. So it felt incredibly fresh, and as I was hinting at, there's different sides of the character that I wanted to play.
The Wolverine Hugh Jackman's always wanted to do? Sign me up. I'm so excited for this release. YouTube doesn't deem me worthy of payment yet, so just another reminder that subscribers make me go.
Yes.